guys, welcome back to my channel. Like always, thank you so much for tuning in again. Today we're going to be talking about something that I picked up during the VIB Rouge haul, like my little haul that I did, and I actually got, I believe, 15% off of this item, so I was so happy because, as we all know, Nars is a very pricey brand. So without further ado, let me present what we're going to be talking about. And honestly, I didn't think that I was going to have so many of you comment on my Instagram picture to do a review on this exact palette. I swear, every time I start filming, my dog decides to start barking, and it's always just him. Anyways, so you guys asked me for a full review, and honestly, I kind of didn't want to do it just because it's been sold out for the longest time. As soon as the sale started, it sold out right away, and I was actually going to place my order online, but since it sold out, I decided to go into the store. So I highly suggest you guys go into your local Sephora because they do have them in stock in your local Sephora. So let's present the outside packaging, and this is what this beauty looks like, and it is a beautiful. Nars always has really gorgeous packaging, and it just says Nars Narcissist, and this is the Loaded eyeshadow palette. And this is the actual palette, and it's the same as the packaging, and it's gorgeous. It's very small, so it looks like all their other little compacts, like the blush compacts. And then when you open this bad boy, you get a full-sized mirror, and then you get these delicious, gorgeous eyeshadows. Like, look at how beautiful these are. It's filled with all these amazing warm tones. You have your very neutral shades here, then you have your browns and your bronzes, and then your deeper, darker, smokier shades. This palette is going to be perfect for every day. Not just for every day, but also for nighttime looks. You can easily transform this palette into something more sultry and beautiful, and that's kind of what I did. I know on my channel I do a lot of looks that's very like easy and everyday friendly and beginner friendly, so actually I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to add some glitter. I wanted to do a little bit more glam, and you guys will see in the tutorial how I got this. And these eyeshadows are actually very pigmented. I wasn't ever really impressed with NARS eyeshadow formula, but this palette is actually very nice. Like, the mattes are very pretty. They feel a little bit dry, and there is some kickback and some fallout, but honestly, I look past that if the eyeshadow quality is good, and this one is good. The shimmers I'm very impressed with, and the mattes are gorgeous. This is my third time using this palette since I picked it up, and I actually love it. So let's get into some swatches because I'm sure you guys all want to see how it swatches. So I have nothing on my hand here, and I'm just going to go ahead down the row and I'm going to swatch it for you guys. So I'm going to set this down, and so the first shade that we have here is this gorgeous, like, icy kind of white shade, and this is what it looks like, and this is it swatched. Can you see how beautiful and even that applies? I absolutely love it. The next shade we have is a more bone shade, and this is what it looks like. And this is going to be perfect to like set down your primer and everything. And this is a matte, and this is what it looks like. And that's what that looks like. It's very nice, very neutral, and I love it. The next one we have is a beautiful gold shade, and this is what it looks like, and it's beautiful, right? And it also swatches so evenly. Like, how pretty is that? I think that that would be a very pretty highlight on the tops of the cheekbones if you have a light hand. The next one we have here is a very cool toned transitional brown. It's almost like a gray brown. Very, very pretty. And this is what it looks like swatched. As you can see, it is super pigmented. These mattes are very, very pigmented. I'm actually very impressed with how they managed to do these. I love it. The next thing we have here is a very nice kind of warm transition shade. And this is what it looks like swatched. I love this. This is like the perfect transition and crease shade in my opinion. I love it so very much. And then we're gonna go into something a little bit more dark, and then this is like a yellow kind of a warm toned brown. It's very pretty as well, and this is what it looks like swatched. Very pigmented, as you can see. It goes on super even. I love this when I use this in my crease. And then we have a beautiful copper shade, and this copper is very nice. It's very neutral, and it's just gonna look very nice like with a brown smoky eye. And this is what it looks like here. Like, look at that. It just goes on forever. It's beautiful. It applies so beautifully. The next one we have is a dark bronze shade, and this is going to be a very true bronze. It's very pretty. It's going to be gorgeous for smoky eye as well, and this is what it looks like. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love how that looks, how it applies. It's stunning. And so for the last row, we have a beautiful taupey color, and it's very, very pretty. If you're into like the cool tone shades, this is gonna be very nice. It's gonna layer nicely. And this is what it looks like here. Look at that. Oh, guys, isn't that beautiful? It swatches so amazingly. And then next we have a deeper kind of antique bronze shade, and it's a little lighter than the other bronze shade that I previously swatched. And this is what it looks like. Look at that. The shimmers in here are just incredible. I love that they're so dark and like sultry. I absolutely love it. Then the next one we have is a very dark matte brown. This is going to be a beautiful chocolate brown just to add some depth into any look. I think it's beautiful to have in every palette, and look at that. Guys, it almost looks black. It's very cool tone and I love it so much. And last but not least in the palette, we have a black. And this is kind of like a shimmery gray black, so it's not going to be matte, completely matte, but it is going to give you that dark payoff. And this is what it looks like swatched. Guys, look at that. Isn't it beautiful? And this is it for the palette. These are the swatches, and as you can see, they are not playing around. They are gorgeous. They look absolutely stunning. Okay, so now that we have that done, let's jump into a little tutorial just so you guys can see how these apply on the eyes. I promise you guys are going to love it. So let's jump into that and I will come back with final thoughts. Okay guys, so let's get right into this tutorial because I wanted to do something that I usually don't do. I wanted to go a little bit more dramatic and glamorous, and as you can see, we're going to be doing a cut crease with glitter. So let's get right into this tutorial, and the first thing I'm going to do is I already went ahead and primed my eyes, and then I already set it down, and we are going to be using the new Nars Loaded palette, and it has these delicious warm tone shades in here. I am super excited to be using this. So I already went ahead and I set my eye primer down with this shade, and now let's get right into this. So on a big fluffy brush, this is the Morphe E27 brush, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this color and I'm gonna put this all over my crease just as a transition shade. Okay, now that we have that set down, we're gonna intensify it and we're gonna go into this delicious color right here. And this is just a beautiful, like yellowish brown. I love colors for that. You guys know that I live for warm tones. And on that same brush, I just went ahead and cleaned it off. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put that a little bit under where we popped the first color on. These colors are so pigmented. Okay. So now that we have that down, I'm gonna go into a smaller brush, and this is just the Morphe E28 brush, and it's just a little bit more like condensed, and it has a fine tip. So we're gonna go into this nice dark brown, and we're gonna go ahead and pop this into the crease, and we're just gonna go ahead and further intensify. And you just wanna put it right under where we put the original colors, just because we wanna deepen that, and we wanna take it all the way in, just because we are going to create a cut crease with it. And you want to go in to the first color that we used, and you want to blend this all out. We do not want harsh lines. Okay, so now that we have that all done, it's very simple. Now we're gonna go ahead and take some concealer, and I'm just using my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, and I'm in light medium beige. And I'm gonna go ahead and take some on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna go in with a Morphe S4 brush. And this is just a very flat and kind of a big concealer brush. And I'm gonna go ahead and take the concealer on my brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and carve out my eyelid. So I'm going to take that, and I'm just going to go ahead and pop it on here. Okay, so we have that all carved out. I'm going to go ahead and on the first brush, this is just a Wet n Wild Packer brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and use this in the first color that we used to set everything down. And I'm gonna set that concealer down. And there you have it. We have a cut crease. Very simple, very easy. If you want to go ahead and further intensify the darkness like I did on this side, I went in and I took a little bit of the dark brown shadow that we use in the crease, and I'm just going to go ahead and take it very lightly, and I'm just going to go ahead and line the part of the eye. I'm trying not to get into the concealer part, but I do want to line that so it looks a little darker and bring more depth into that spot. Okay. And now with the first brush that we used, with no extra product, I'm just going to go ahead and clean up. There you have it. That's gonna be that part, the cut crease. You can leave it at this, but I'm gonna take it one step further and I'm gonna go in with my Stila Magnificent Metal Glitter, and this is in the shade Gold Goddess, and I absolutely adore it. It's so beautiful, and it's just the most gorgeous shimmer. Let me swatch this for you guys really quick. Look at that. That was one swipe, and it's beautiful, absolutely stunning. I got these in my haul and I love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and, as you saw, I'm just gonna pack that on the inner corner of my eye, and then I'm gonna tap it out to kind of blend it, and I'm gonna put that as inner corner highlight as well. So let's get right into that. And you just want to go ahead with your finger and just tap that out just so it looks blended. And there you have it. That's basically it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna pop on my eyelashes, do some very simple eyeliner, and I shall be right back. Okay, so I popped on my lashes, finished my eyeliner, I finished the rest of my face so it looks put together. This highlight is so stunning, and this is the Gilded Honey. I haven't used it in forever and I wanted to put this on, and it's stunning. I don't know why I haven't used this in so long, guys. If you have it, pull it out. It's beautiful. But that's basically the look for this. I love how it turned out. I love how like beautiful and like glamorous it is. It's stunning. Cut crease, don't be intimidated by them, guys. They're so easy. A little bit of concealer, a little bit of eyeshadow, it's gonna fix it. Don't worry about it. It's gonna look gorgeous. Once you pop on that lashes, it's gonna tie the look together. So do not be intimidated. As you saw, it's super easy to create it. Pop some glitter, leave it matte. It's completely up to you, but that's basically how the shadows perform. They're gorgeous, right? They're super pigmented, as you saw in the swatches. Nars killed it with this palette. Like, just to recap with you guys, this is a $59 palette, so it is pretty pricey. It's completely up to you. This is just my honest opinion. I actually really love it. I approve the palette. I think you guys should get it, especially during these days where you can save either 10% or 15% off. I definitely think that you guys should go for it. But if you're willing to spend on it, I mean, look at these swatches. I don't even want to take them off because they're so beautiful, so even, no patchiness, gorgeous. Definitely go into the store, swatch it for yourself. If you have 1,000 natural neutral eyeshadow palettes, then maybe you might want to pass on this. But if you are wanting to try a palette and you don't have any neutral palettes and it's your first time palette, definitely take the plunge, just because even though it is pricey, you're not gonna sacrifice any quality because the colors are stunning. It's not just for every day. Like I said, you can build up the look to make it as glamorous or as sultry or as dark or as smoky as you want, and you can even be very, very natural with it. So I love that you have so much room to play with this palette. The price isn't that bad considering it is Nars and it is a very expensive brand. But that's basically it. Let me know if you guys picked this up in the comment section down below, what you guys think of it. Were you able to get your hands on it? I know it's sold out so fast, but like I said, definitely go to your store and pick it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns, remember to leave them down in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all again in my next video. Bye!